Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a free for you all here on the fields of Vinen Kendonk. Let's go through the players, shall we? We have lending you a hand as the United States without a command church yet. We have James as the British Commonwealth, also without a command church yet. And finally, Ralph Roberts also as the United States, also without a commander. Within the Axis today, we have Silver Destroyer as the Waffen-SS. We have Frederick Norheim as the Wehrmacht without a commander. And finally, Blah going straight out the gate with Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht. Let's see how this will turn out here. The fields of Vinen Kendonk is a pretty decent 3v3 map in my experience. Very popular. So the first shots have already been fired here at the rear echelon from the Pioneers. Both sides are taking it slow, fighting going on in the center though. Pioneers beating the Royal Sappers. But Sappers are only 4-man squads at the start, so they are a little bit more vulnerable. Most British squads are 4-mans at the start. Generally to make up for the fact that they are much higher quality. At the baseline anyway. Pioneers are pushing pretty far up. Looks like we have a command chest here for Silver Destroyer. It is propaganda, so the Totenkopf for being called onto the battlefield. Whereas rifle section is behind the Record Stuka now though. Which should help them become a little bit more survivable. Americans managed to get up here to the northern fuel. Ostruppen are meeting up slowly. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers have secured ground, and the British are just going to pile troops to the front line here by the looks of it. Lots of very accurate rifle sections. We'll see if they're... Ooh, they're taking some heavy losses though. We'll see if their experience and training can help them out in this situation though. But they are having issues, I think. Americans doing a pretty good job on the northern flank though. But Ostruppen are getting some good shots there, and the Pioneers maintain a good position here. More Ostruppen are arriving. Lots of Ostruppen here for Blah. Lots of Eastern Europeans conscripted to fight for the Germans. Keep flanking them though. Will they be able to get a Panzerfaust off? Ah, they got pinned. So the animation may play, but if you're pinned, it doesn't actually matter. Ooh, this is definitely that Ostruppen. Yep. Not looking good here for the Germans. But look at all the Grenadiers here in the center with the Volksgrenadiers. That's a lot of accurate rifles against the British. I don't know if the rifle sections can keep it up. They just don't have the men. There's just too many rifles pointed at them. You can overpower the British early on with just getting a lot more troops out, because the British just lack the numbers. Also, British infantry is a little bit more costly, just at the basic, I think. Germans have secured the southern field, but they need this connection point. Boulevard and MG42 here. Totenkopf, Sturmgrenadiers moving up. Boulevard is doing a good job suppressing. Lots of movement there. Ostruppen are setting up position inside the farmhouses. But there's just so much fire coming their way too, I feel. Just lots of Ostruppen apparently. Whereas certainly suffering losses. Machine gun on the field here. MG42 for the Wehrmacht at the center. 30 caliber machine gun up here for the Americans. Once the MG42 gets up... Oh, we have a command chest here. I think this is Royal Artillery with hammer specialization. Okay. So this is the Royal Hamilton Light Infantry. Which is what the rifle section turned into. Oh, Kulwagen lost its gunner here. And I think the US has gone for mech. Yep, that is Mechanized Company. That is a pretty potent command in my opinion. That's a lot of good stuff. Ooh, Sturmgrenadiers are running out here towards M1 Garans. You don't want to do that. But the Germans have secured the center. Americans are pushing very aggressively on the other flanks though. Ostdivision and the propaganda tactics is not doing so well. Well, the propaganda tactics are doing decently. They just need to get that connection point. Americans are in a decent position here. They don't have their machine gun at the moment. It's fallen back to replenish. Germans are taking some losses here as they try to secure the point. Very risky. And they need this point. Foxstorm on the field though. Oh, grenade here from the Americans. Looks like Ralph Roberts has gone for ranges, because I recognize that symbol. Only the German Wehrmacht in the center has yet to pick a commander. Water arriving here as well. Back of Abina trying to flank. Looks like we have some disciplined fire here. No, that's a sprint that's been activated. But a long range, it looks like they're still working out here. Lots of Ostrom arriving. They're gonna try and rush this Jeep, but the 30 caliber is in position, immediately suppressing them because they're low quality infantry. The lower quality infantry, the faster they are to suppress. Wait, Folkestone cannot capture points anymore. That's right. Because the Folkestone are now considered Scorched Earth infantry, and Scorched Earth infantry cannot capture ground because they have a new ability where they can actually destroy a point, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they can destroy the point. Where if you destroy the point, it should deactivate it for a long time and require the enemy to repair it. I've not actually seen it in action yet. It will be cool to see. Also means you cannot overwhelm the field with just a Folkestone to capture ground. Means you actually need to get some more specialized infantry out to secure territory. Which adds a little bit of a different niche to the Folkestone, I believe. Also means you actually do have to supplement them with other infantry and not just spam Folkestone, have a front line. Lots of British troops moving up, including a lieutenant, and with some M1 Garans. Also, they got the extra man in their squads now, which is an upgrade for the British. But MG42 is in a pretty decent position here, covering a wide area. Artillery's been called in though. Hoping they can see the lieutenant. The artillery strike is definitely gonna work. Here it comes. Got some rapid mortar barrages coming in. Oh, another MG42 to hit them, but oh! MG42 still alive, but it has to pull back on MG42. They got the Jeep. Looks like the MG42 will get back though. Germans finally getting their fuel. SS troops are moving up, now being equipped with the Folkestone Gewehr. Also some MP40s here. And some MP3008s. Huh. But the Americans have dug in on this side. Even an eye on the munitions points. Looks like the Americans are going to get both munitions points. That's going to be very good for the Allies. And while the Ost Division is just dug in here the best they can. Looks like the Ostrom are making a push down here. American machine gun is not pointed at them though. Actually, you can hit them here. Air grenades being thrown. Oh, my, is that a Gewaltladung? That's a Gewaltladung! Didn't do too much though. And the 30 calibers are doing their thing. Good Gewaltladung there.
We just lost a unit.
Ooh, mortar straight into the British forces there. But all these Ostrom might die in the retreat. Low quality infantry is pretty easy to hit. Looks like some of them will make it through. Still no commanders here from Frederick. Mortar shells are being loaded here from both sides. Two Sturmgrenadiers moving up to try and secure the points. Throwing a grenade. That might be a naval. There's need a naval grenade. That's gonna give the British an opportunity to move up with their Mills bomb. That's gonna force the Sturmgrenadiers back. And the Americans just taking in up here. American lieutenant on the field as well, a lieutenant. MG42 set up here now. Which the British don't want to be near. We also have a 2-2 on the field now. That Panzer already being upgraded on it, which should make it a lot more effective. At least at deflecting armor piercing rounds if there's any. Artillery going in on the point here. What if it'll hit the Kugelwagen? Doesn't look good. 2 now making itself very revealed here. Lots of artillery strikes going in. Minimal effectiveness here. There's also a lack of AT equipment on the American side, which is not too uncommon. British have already airdropped in some weapons though, so they got what they need. This 2-2 might be in trouble. More surviving here for the Ost Division. Lots of Osttruppen still. What's with all the Eastern Europeans just pushed to the front line here? I guess the Germans are getting very desperate on this part of the war. It might be somewhere in Germany, considering we are seeing Folkestone. Oh yeah, the Americans this flank have no AT. The 2-2 can definitely do some work. They just need to get rid of that machine gun. Oh, mines being laid quickly by the Americans, very good to see. Osttruppen are pushing forwards. Lots of them. pushing these conscripted Eastern Europeans forced to secure ground. With a smoke barrage behind on them. That's actually pretty good. Covers their approach. The Baldadon is being thrown. Setting the HQ ablaze. Now the 2-2 reveals itself. Race Lieutenant moving up. Other American Lieutenant nearby as well. And lots of fighting going on here today. Just hope the sound quality is decent enough. Haven't gotten too many replays in recently. But if you have a good Spearhead match, be it the Spearhead 1 or Spearhead 2, feel free to give it to me in the description below. There's an email there you can send it to. Ooh, the Americans are suffering heavy losses there. The Germans have also gone for Straff, I believe. Three very desperate German commanders here. It's like a desperate defense kind of deal. Straff, Ost, and Propaganda. That's a very intriguing late war German mix for desperate defense. We'll see if it'll work out for them. British infantry equipped with the Lewis machine gun from the First World War, which I assume they also used in the Second World War, I guess. Staff troops are being pulled out. These are like the Volkssturm being considered the Scorched Earth troops. So they cannot capture the ground anymore. They can destroy ground though. Although I don't think we've seen any booby trapping. We've not seen any Scorched Earth used yet. This is a very risky maneuver to use after all. MD-34 here moving around, manned by some Osttruppen. And MD-42 here manned by some regular German Grenadier. 30 caliber still operating here. Man, at all the flank of the Americans have lost practically all their units. They're relying on very limited forces right now, but we do have a Valentine tank from the British. Coming up to supplements. But it's been spotted. There's a pack arriving for the Ostdivision. High explosive missed. There's another pack here. A good shot. Kettenhunde on the field, German military police being equipped with an LMG-42. They want to try and make sure the troops don't run or desert, or try to desert from the front line at this time of the war. Deserters are very common at this point in the war, I think, for the Germans. The 2 has got some damage to the engine. He can slowly back off though. On the southern flank, the Waffen-SS and the Volkssturm also keeping the Americans at bay. Ooh, Mortar lost his crew there. Truck also decrewed. Half-track with some American company engineers on the field. Repair station is set up as well. Sturmgrenadier is trying to flank here with a Kugelwagen for support. Sturmgrenadier is pushing up. Kugelwagen down. American Lieutenant manages to suppress, but he has to pull back. I think the Americans can still hold that front pretty easily. Biggest machine gun going up here for the British. Behind this tail of a Stuka. Smoke barrage going in. Only 3 Osttruppen squads left. Being upgraded to have an extra man. Kettenhunde setting up behind positions here. Waiting for the smoke to clear. Oh, that's a very risky maneuver. Throwing a grenade in there. I suppose that'll work. Once the smoke clears, they'll start opening fire. And I believe Kettenhunde are very accurate, actually. Of course, they didn't have a lot of good shots there. And it is only the 50-round version of the MG-42, so they have to reload it frequently. Valentine taken out. Lots of rifle shots being fired over here, and the Kettenhunde forced them to be suppressed. But they are behind heavy cover. It will take a while to pick them off. The two moving up. Laying out some long-range firepower with autocannon. That's surprisingly long range to fire, by the way. Also, has managed to secure an orphan munitions point again. And with some Russian SVTs now on the Western Front, apparently. Vertical has to act quick. Focusing on the one with the semi-auto gun, good. Semi-auto rifles. And focusing the other squads. Put momentum now in seconds. Very good job, 30 caliber. Machine guns are very lethal, as you would suspect. Also, we have some third SS veterans down here. Shot the front line for the Waffen SS. Left now on the field, and yes, they can destroy territory. Good. Trying to provide cover for the MG42 here. Artillery shots are going in from a heavy mortar though. Right here. Usually found on the eastern front, the Germans copied the Soviet heavy mortar pretty damn fast after encountering it. Probably realizing how effective it was. Let's see. Most of the fighting remains around the center here. Dalkar is doing his best. Looks like we have a little bit of a bug here with the guys peeing up through the thing. But he really shouldn't. Also have some Alf class sneaking up here. British AT gun remains behind here, waiting. Also cannon is not getting a good angle here on the machine gun. It is a lot more inaccurate at long range. Lieutenant trying to call in some artillery. But the heavy mortar is starting to really make itself felt, I think. Artillery going in. Let's see. Volksturm and some SS waiting down here for something. We're trying to figure out what they're gonna do next. The Lieutenant arriving here for the Staff Division, but he's already getting pinned. There's too much fire coming his way. Post Division is doing a little bit better up here, digging in the fastest they can. Throwing Gibraltar every now and then. We got some major from the Rangers. Setting up another forward HQ up here. Ranger recon team arriving. Now the best of the United States are arriving on this battlefield. These are the best of the US Army, I imagine. They've been called here by another lieutenant. After class keeping an eye on the area. Somehow hiding in the middle of the road here. Not the best place to hide. Stuk G arriving here already. Good to see. Pioneers pushing up. Is that Mthis calling in a very heavy artillery strike? Well, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Oh, he might. He's still doing it. He's still doing it. That's going to be a huge barrage if that gets called in. You see how long it takes to call it in. I believe that might be Black Dragon. Because I cannot check here on my own, but I think if that's Black Dragon, that is going to be really fucking heavy if he manages to call in. I don't think he's going to make it though. Yeah, he doesn't. That's probably very good for the Germans. Because that would be a very heavy artillery strike. I think it's actually the biggest howitzer shells you can get. That's not Sverkus stuff. Trend is also being enabled now. I think it's getting very static in some parts. Not a lot of movement on the southern flank though. It's being a little bit more casual down there. With both sides not wanting to make the next move. On the center it's just being a lot of artillery exchanges going on. All Americans are moving to support the British now. We have up here. This Osttruppen has actually done a pretty decent job with their Gewaltladungs. Doing a lot of damage. All things considered. And this heavy mortar's done a lot of work, only 28 kills.
Officers can now be called in.
Don't underestimate a good heavy mortar in an infantry static fight. It'll get a lot of work done for you. Ostom trying to push up over here. But they're very low quality infantry, so they're easy to hit. Pillbox being set up here. German's antenna digging in. The two needs to be cautious, there's still an 80 gun. This heavy mortar is doing a lot of work for the Germans. Oh, it's actually inside of the 80 gun, if the 80 gun could see it. Or in range, I'd say. Look, moving up here. Packers do lack some AT equipment. They do have one 80 gun nearby, a 57. But the Stuk is perhaps a little bit too thick, I don't know. At least that first shot was not big enough. Explosives being loaded here by the Stuk. Oh, but there's another 80 gun. 3 inch down here. That should do it. Mobility loss, so that thing is going to be mobilized shortly. There it goes. And so the 2 maintains its best here. Trying to apply some peppering shots wherever it can. Shermans are now arriving here for the Rangers. At least the Stuk was not in too vulnerable of a position. Beans is still trying though. So we're going in the buildings here. Oh, flamethrower half track. That's actually a good timing. Because now the 80 gonna start focused on it. He needs to keep driving. Oh, that's gonna be a dead half track. But the 50 caliber position is still back here. Out in the open, the Storm Grenadiers are just getting mowed down. Stuk is still gonna be safe though, I think. Heavy mortar's now up to 36 kills, doing a pretty good job.
Listen up, man. Looks like we're getting into these.
Which is shown as getting some more. Actually, they're getting an Alfclaw of their own. Good G straight faction again, but a 3 inch gun is still nearby. 57 can also take a shot. Got a good penetration there. Stuk has to pull back quickly. Might be too late. Ooh, 3 inch missed. Gauleiter. Oh, that's a Gauleiter down here. Basically a German, what's it called? Military governor of the Nazi party. Not really meant to be frontline material, but during the late stages of the war, the Germans were, you know, very freaking desperate. Basically, they had to lead the Volkssturm and all this stuff. Well, not a military governor. I think provincial governor is probably the better word. Oh, Shermans are pushing. One Sherman down though, and the Ostom now moving in. We also have a land matches here opening fire. Doing a lot of work already, getting a lot of kills. Killing a lot of German positions. And the Ostom are just not high quality infantry enough to carry out these pushes. They get suppressed too easily, they're too scared. But the Shermans were repulsed for a while. Also another Sherman here, this one for the British. Did the Landmaster get hit? No, the Landmaster is back here. The Germans have lost a lot of their frontline troops. Bunker about to go down. German is allowing the infantry to not get suppressed. If you're near a tank, you don't actually get suppressed, if you're wondering. Land mattress ready to fire again. Oh, that's a Calliope actually, not a land mattress. All the heavy artillery going in here for the Allies. Calliope being units mechanized.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Oh, Kent nearly killed that. There's lots of heavy artillery. Maybe we have American recon teams nearby sneaking up. Trying to relay information on what the Germans are doing. Seeing that they're digging in heavily. Needs to be careful he doesn't get too close. Mthis is also losing losing stuff on the southern flank. The Germans might be in a bad position at the moment. Oh, looks like they got spotted by something. A poor recon team. It also reveals that the Germans now know they were being spied on, and in return they're getting their own afterguard quickly. If you realize you're being reconned out, you need to get some counter recon quickly. Calliope opening fire again. Where is it? That's a land mattress actually. Hitting the German front line here by Großtruppen. Land mattress is a very effective rocket-based artillery available to the British. Certain British commander, and obviously British artillery gets it. It's very, very potent, as you can see. We also have a major arriving here again for them. Looks like he's gonna try and attempt the Black Dragon again, hopefully. I want to see it being used. It's very rare we get to see the Black Dragon. More Osttruppen reserves being called in. They do have either veterancy 2 now, thanks to the Kampfplatz Center. They can get the extra man immediately if they want, just for some pretty munitions. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, so they're just being meat shields, I guess. Adding fodder to the front line. Half-class still being in a good stealthy spot here. There might be some weapons there dropped in here for the Ostdivision. One is T posing for dominance. Pack air dropped in alongside an MG-34. But I get them some more stuff to hold the front line with. Panzerwerfer arriving here for the propaganda tactics. Mobile German rocket-based artillery. Something akin to the Calliope. Although not in the same size range at all. I believe the Calliope is a little bit more potent. Although arguably the German one is a lot more mobile. What am I to say?
Good to go.
EC8 coming out here for the mechanized. Probably one of the best versions of the Sherman. If not the best version of the Sherman. Only the Jumbo Sherman has more armor, really. But I believe the EC8 count is better in all other aspects. Mines playing on the flank here, good to see. Germans are preparing in case they have to fall back. Oh! Oh, he scorched earth the point! Yeah, so you now have to repair the point here to make it operational again. So Germans are preparing to at least deny this point to the Allies. That's what scorched earth does, if you're wondering. Good to see it. Although on such a small map and such a small point, I'm not sure how effective it would be. That's cool though. They actually scorched the point. I'll deny the Americans that resource if they move up. Panzerwerfer opening fire. Do some preliminary rockets to not do too much. EC8 is arriving here. Sherman pushing the northern flank. Panzerfaust hits it though. Germans have dug in the best they can. More Osttruppen dying. We now have a howitzer arriving here for the Staff Division. But Germans realizing they cannot fight here for much longer, I feel. That southern flank is looking very precarious. The Allies are still not pushing up yet. Taking their time. Doing another rocket-based artillery. Land matches and Calliope working together. That's gonna be a lot of rockets.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Lots of rockets going in there. Holy shit. And the German front line is just being completely skewered here. Surprisingly, the heavy mortar is still around. There's that howitzer. Artillery landing on the American position up here. Forcing them back. Not looking good at all. The Allies are building up quite a formidable force. Ranger companies moving up again. Germany in the way. There are packs ready. But that's a side blocker. I guess that's what the other pack is for.
We have a forward structure under attack.
High explosives are loaded. I guess they have fun to run. Oh my god, did the Germans scorch the cutoff point? That was probably unintentional. Yeah, they're trying to repair the point now. So we can see how long it takes. Yeah, that's really cool. They actually managed to implement Scorched Earth. That's like how it worked in Company Heroes 1. Very cool. We do have a Tiger is arriving here for the Germans. Unique to propaganda tactics. We do have an Elephant, or Ferdinand, arriving here for the Ostdivision. Can be upgraded to an Elephant. Ooh, that so looks like it is a British howitzer. Was that the 5.5 firing? Might have been. Yeah, it is. It's the 5.5 inch. That's gonna force that heavy mortar to move. We also have a long tom going up here for the United States.
Your crew just got wiped out.
Panzer for firing somewhere. Around here by looks of it. Decent rockets. Tiger is revealing itself. That's gonna be that Sherman. Yep. Skewered right through by one shell. Rockets going in near the Tiger Ace. Tiger should be cautious. It's not an invincible tank. One penetration there shows it. Our Germans are advancing. Where's the EC-8? It's down here. Mthis is pushing very, very forwards though with this Tiger Ace. There is a lack of things to fight it at the moment. And Germans pushing up very aggressively. But that's gonna just open up more avenues the Allies can shoot this thing. Germans using the trenches against the Allies. High explosive round loaded. Another penetration down the Tiger Ace. Coming in here, trying to push over the trenches with the flamethrower. Germans can target them down though. That might be a napalm, not a napalm, a white phosphorus grade, and indeed it was. It hit them though. Oh, Tigers is being too brave here, I feel. Too much trying to act up to their leader ego. Well, hero ego. It's probably gone to their heads. Alongside all the drugs. Transloading on a high explosive round here. They have to pull back that quickly. They cannot risk that, losing that tank like that. Oh, we have a flanking Sherman. Oh, the Tiger entrenched itself. Not a good position to do it. Does take out the Sherman though, but the Piat team takes it out. That's the Tiger Ace gone. Ostrom pushing in for the center. Pineapple going under mass of them. Doing a good bit of damage. Elephant on the field here. Been in the field for a while. I just haven't focused up here where the Germans have been shelled to hell. Land mats are opening fire. Oh, Oh boy, so many explosions going on here today.
Looks like we're getting it.
Another EC-8 being built up here by the United States. They are preparing. Elephant reveals itself. Should probably not move up without any support. There are some infantry nearby though. The frontal armor on the Elephant is pretty ridiculous, so I'd be surprised if the American AT guns can pierce the front of this thing.
We have new units.
They will get some slight deflection damage though, depending on the size of the caliber they use, so... That is an instant grenade. Can do a lot though. Mthis says Stormtroopers here now arriving with the Czech machine gun, which is unique to them if you're playing as a propaganda. Not often you see the Stormtroopers get light machine guns as a choice. Especially the Czech one. It's cool to see the Czech one being used by the Germans as well. That's the Panzerwerfer firing here. Landmaster opening fire. And artillery going in. Lots of artillery going in from the Allied side here. There's so much artillery going in. Elephant moving up. I wonder how the Elephant will appear in Company Heroes 3. Oh well, I'm excited for a lot of stuff with Company Heroes 3. We're getting quite close to it now, after all. Stupa coming out here for the Staff Division. Panzer 4J coming out here for the Waffen-SS. And the Ost Division was ready for another infantry push. Getting more Eastern Europeans in towards the United States. The smoke barrage goes in and then they follow in after. That's actually pretty smart. But the Americans have set up their machine guns behind it, waiting for it, I think. But it's a decent idea. The Battleladung's going out. The machine guns will do a lot of work on them. I had to clear out that machine gun, but it keeps firing for some reason. There it goes. Very awkward. You can just see all the explosions, holy shit. Even bombing the SS base now. And Elephant really has to work overtime if they want to stabilize this front line now. Stop them pushing forwards. They cannot capture ground because they are scorched earth troopers.
We are suffering losses.
Elephant is still moving up. We do have a jumbo tank arriving as well. Up armored Sherman available to Rangers. Stupid tries some support fire.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
You see it's just waiting down here still. Those are the mechanized commands just working in support role at the moment. Lots of munitions have been airdropped in though for the United States to use. Or the British, I suppose. Germans have managed to re-secure this point somehow. Despite all the fighting going on over it. So congratulations to them. Oh, Jumbo's trying to flank! But a few Panzerfaust stopped that. And there it goes. Piet's shots though. Getting one penetration there in the Elephant, but it was minimal damage.
We have casualties.
Heavy artillery strikes from the Allies here. It looks like the Germans are slowly stabilizing somehow. Just being very tenacious and despite all the artillery. Oh, the artillery is still just raining down on both sides.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
On your feet, ladies.
And the US Rangers have suffered heavy losses again. More rockets will be going in.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Elephant, keep an eye on the sender. IP's opening fire now. Like, the artillery just doesn't stop. I guess they are planning to bomb the Germans into submission, which would be a very allied thing of them to do, I suppose. Use superior firepower. But the Elephant is getting very close to the lines here. Has no support. But has a Stupa back here, but that's not going to be enough. Now the Piat team's nearby. Ooh. Not Staff from Ostrom coming up behind. Artillery still landing around behind the German lines as well. Stuba is providing some good high explosive firepower though. So the kill counter still doesn't work for the high explosive stuff. Like really, really high explosive stuff. Which means veterancy for them is quite broken, unfortunately. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. But I'd wager it's not intentional. After keeping up there waiting. Even 9 stuff. Germans are still holding on. Looks like the Waffen is preparing for a push down here. The Go Light has ready to lead a push. Flammenwerfer sending out here to the Stormtroopers. EC8 just waiting back here. Lots of EC8s being built up. I think the Americans are going to try and do a Sherman flank here to just overwhelm the rest of the Germans at some point with the use of the EC8s. You know, the Alpha class are doing a pretty good job sneaking around back here. Stuba moving up, needs to be cautious though.
We have a new sniper under our command.
Now the Alpha class should avoid getting too close. More ammunition is being airdropped in here by the British. Probably just to maintain the constant rate of fire. Ooh, artillery hit straight under the Stupa, killing it. More smoke rises going in. That's going to be the opening for the Osttruppen. More rocket shots being fired somewhere. Around the center here again. We're just pushing up now with the Gewalterladungs. Half class are going to get spotted. They've been spotted.
We are losing Soldaten.
Also being very persistent. Panzerwerfer shots going in, I think.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements. Sherman ready to go.
You see it's still made the move. Looks like there was an attempt down here. Was there? Oh, the Panzer Force will be located to the northern flank. You know, driving over heavy barbed wire will slow you down briefly, so be cautious about that. It looks like the Waffen is going to make that push up here instead. But I am maintaining some units down here just in case. Just on Foxstern. It's because there's still American AT guns. Actually, it's only one. It's only a 57. High explosive. Actually, those are heat rounds being loaded, I think. Not the most effective against these targets. But the Waffen is pushing forwards. Veterans and everything. And the Waffen is push up here with the Sturm Pioneers and the Sturm Pioneers. Stormtroopers moving up as well. I think they're overrunning the Allied position here. They're just blitzing forwards. But we have an armor push from the Allies here, Cromwells and Shermans. And while this is going on, the EC8s are pushing on the southern flank. Elephant about to be outflanked here. Elephant is still safe somehow.
The medium tank was just lost.
EC8s are pushing up down here. The Volksturm gonna stop them. There's too much firepower in quick succession. And they just pin them too fast. Panzer has to get out of there. But gets taken out. White phosphorus shells being used as well. Now the way is open for the EC8s. And the Germans have lost all the armor up here as well. It was a valiant attempt by the Germans to make a comeback, but I don't think they can manage it now. The EC8s are just pushing forwards here, meaning no resistance. One brave Volksturm here managed to get a Panzerfaust off. That EC8 is going to have to fall back. Quickly turning around to do so. Some mines down here, like legal mines and everything, would probably be a very wise choice.
Target destroyed. Shift fire.
Most of them are moving down here now, though. No penetration there from the Stupa heat round. And Rangers are just able to move up here to hold the line again for the United States. In a very brutal fight here. One EC got cleared out there. But the EC is taking up an Overwatch position here.
Got a new unit ready.
I just need the US infantry to push up behind and secure the ground. But Stuk and Stupa is on the hunt soon, I think. Ooh, Stupa's getting closer to the EC8. EC8 penetrates. You need to be cautious when you're close to the EC8. It can fire very rapidly. That's a very good loading breach. You can just pull another shell in rapid succession. Ooh, over penetration from the Stuk. Bad EC8 taken out. American infantry is now pushing up. American armored cars moving up as well. Grenade there on the American rifleman. It's like an incendiary grenade. And the fighting continues to be brutal around here. One flash on the lieutenant. The United States have secured the southern farm area now. Not looking good for the Germans. Not looked well for them for a while. It looks like they're being very tenacious players. Perhaps they're trying to hold on for another Tiger race. I suppose that's one option.
We have lost a pack gun. The Scharfschütze has arrived. We have a forward
Cromwell's now driving forwards, but the Elephant is still around. Just killing anything that comes in from the front. Elephant is getting a lot of kills. And the shells just keep flying as well, like, this just doesn't stop.
Awaiting orders. The enemy is firing on our HQ.
Like, such a big battle here. I'm surprised this battle turned so big.
Buzzer up. Big push coming.
Yeah, the Americans cannot secure this point until they repair it, because it's been destroyed. I really like the managed to be able to add that back in from Company Heroes 1. That's such a cool little thing. I don't know how difficult that must have been with the code, so we went to the northern flank here. Sorry if my commentary is getting a little bit light now because it's just been going on for so long. Generally long fights get me quite tired. It's been a very exciting match though. Ooh, it's so loud. They need very more repairs on an elephant. But it has been holding up so far. And here we go, a second Tiger Race. Is that gonna be what they're gonna bank everything on? More rocket artillery going in though. Germans are quickly learning their base is not safe.
We have lost contact with a heavy tank.
And the tanks just have to brave it though. Even if they risk an artillery shell hitting straight on them. Man, that's how horrible war is. Oh, the HQ of the Strafdivision, not Strafdivision, Ostdivision, actually got completely destroyed. Holy shit! They're in that bad of a position? I guess the Allied artillery has just been that effective. Well, I find this driving forwards too brave here, I feel. And there might be a lack of stuff that can penetrate it. Tiger Ace is preparing to make a move somewhere. A Panzerstrike team here. Federal motorized troop, mechanized troop, was meant to grab some German equipment to get a good shot at the Tiger Race there. So good job to them, but they might have to get out of there. You find the weirdest things in these times of war, I guess. Allies preparing for another push down here, I think. Lots of EC8s amassing.
Armor here.
That's been calling here by the captain. But he can't sleep because there's troops around him, obviously.
That's on the money. Gun crew just got wiped out.
So the Germans are going to push together down here somewhat. Yeah, Folkestone cannot capture grounds or decapture it either. People laying in some shots. Would it have track? There's not much to hit it at the moment. EC8s are formed up. If EC8s work together, they can overwhelm a lot of different things. They need to coordinate and be used well. Stuba certainly being a threat though to the American infantry. Man, so much action. German frontline is still somehow holding at the center, despite everything. They have lost ground more and more, but look at them. What it's just turned into because of all the artillery strikes.
Ready for action.
I guess is going to lead the way. Osttruppen following up behind. Oh well, alongside I imagine. Track down. They need to take out that pack. That should be the priority target. Well, at least getting out of his range works too. Need to be cautious, there's still some EC8s down there that could flank. Americans are going to try and overrun. They do a composite B ready. They just have to get close enough to use it, which is not an easy sell, especially with a machine gun pointed at you like that.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
And while the elephant remains a constant threat up here. The one penetrating shot from a big 80 gun should take care of it at this point. It doesn't have a lot of health left after all. ECAs are making a move. They're gonna try to overrun the Tiger Ace. Airburst artillery going in. Good shots there. ECAs just need to keep assaulting. You don't want to stay back. Oh, that's one down. That's what happens if you just stay at long range. You need to keep getting closer to it and overrun it. With only 2 though, I don't think they can manage it at this range now with it retreating. Elephant also went down up here by the looks of it. Overextended its luck. Oh, another penetrating shot. ECA is not bad. What a long and brutal match here.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
And the rockets keep landing like rain.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Ooh, the Tiger Ace is almost taken care of. One more stray rocket artillery strike will take care of it. Oh, so close!
Stand ready.
The Germans can just repair this thing in time. This is where you need to get the preventive maintenance build upgrade. Yeah, at this point, I agree with Blah, the German side. Like, you've been hammered at this point. The Allies have hammered you into submission, really. Like, the power of the Allies should not be underestimated when they work together like that.
Ready. All ship shape and Bristol fashion.
But kudos to the Germans for still trying. It's been a very entertaining team match. Tiger Ace is almost operational again. But German infantry just have no way of actually getting through here anymore. But the infantry, British infantry also have issues just pushing up at the moment themselves, so... Satchel charge on the bunker though. Taking out that pillbox finally. Tiger is moving up again. It really is what the Germans are relying on now. Rangers pushing up here. Rangers got dead. They did manage to get a satchel charge off though. High explosive incendiary loaded here. Oh, right in the mechanized troopers killing them.
Unit ready.
Tiger Ace is still scary. If it can hit its target with its 88mm gun, it will do a lot of work. But the rocket's just landing in the German base now.
Defend our headquarters.
The German base is not going to survive for long at this rate. There's too much infantry here for the Tiger Ace to handle. Like, if it gets too close, the infantry can just overwhelm it with the EC-8 for support. Americans being smart and just delaying it. Just obscure its firing range, just really... Ooh, jumper moving on the northern flank. And jumper is also going to be hard not to crack. Taking up the stoop there. That's actually a second jumper, double jumper we consider up here. Pretty big heavy assault tank for the United States. But they are lacking the side range because of no infantry support. And they're just running close to the stupa. There's nothing to stop them. Heat round loaded. Doesn't get managed to fight in time. And at this point, the Germans surrender. Completely understandable. What a brutal match! And I hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.